60 times 0.27, which is 16.2, and 100 times 0.08, which is 0.8. So the next thing that we're gonna do is to add it on the table. So as you can see, we have already filled the table with our answers earlier. All we have to do is add all of these answers and divide it, and we can get the mean. So it's very easy, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. So now we will get the summation of all the numbers we got from multiplying x and b of x. So we have 0.8, 2.8, 7.2, 9.5, 16.2, and 0.8. So whatever numbers that we will get from adding all of those numbers, we will divide it on how many numbers or categories that we have in our situations. So we have 6. So we will divide it by 6. And finally, we will get the number of 37.3. So this is our mean. Our mean is 37.3. So it is very crucial to be very careful in solving our mean or solving every part of this probability, because even just one mistake can affect all of our answers. So students, let us be careful in solving our probability or the situation given. So since we are finished with our mean, we will now get our variance. In order to get our variance, we have the formula sigma squared is equal to summation of x minus mu squared times p of x. So we will still have, or we'll solve the x minus mu squared, and x minus mu squared times p of x. So it's a long journey, but remember that every journey is worth the wait. So let's continue. So what are we gonna do today or now is to solve the x minus mu. So our mu or the mean earlier was 37.3. So we will just subtract our x, which is the student's expenses daily of the gas biology, to the mean. So for example, we will have 10 minus 37.3, which will result to negative 27.3. 20 minus 37.3, which is negative 17.3, 30 minus 37.3, which is negative 7.3, 50 minus 37.3, which is 12.7, 60 minus 37.3, which is 22.7, and then 100 minus 37.3, which will result to 62.7. So all we have to do is to add it again in our table, so that slowly we can have answers to our questions. So one step at a time. So our next missing table or row is x minus mu squared. So in order the x minus mu squared, our answers earlier will be just raised to 2, or we will be just having the exponent raised to 2 of our answers earlier. In other words, we will just multiply it to itself. So we will have negative 27.3 raised to 2, which will result to 745.29. However, how did we derive to our answer, which is positive, when our original equation is negative? Well, it is because of the rule that negative multiplied to negative is positive, positive to positive is negative, negative to positive is negative, and positive to negative is negative. So basically, we will have a positive answer. So the equation or the solving goes on. Negative 17.3 raised to 2 will result to 299.29. Negative 7.3 raised to 2 will be 53.29. 12.7 raised to 2 will be 161.29. 22.7 raised to 2 will be 515.29, and 62.7 raised to 2 will be 3,931.29. So just as we always do, we will add all the numbers or all the answers to the row which has the corresponding formula of what we have solved. And finally, we only have one row left, which is x minus mu squared times p of x. So the numbers we have solved earlier will be used in this situation. So we will times it or multiply it to the p of x. So we have 745.29 times 0.08, which is 59.62, 299.29 times 0.14, which is 41.90, 53.29 times 0.24, which is 12.79, 161.29 times 0.19, which results to 30.65, 515.29 times 0.27, which is 139.13, and 3,931.29 times 0.08, which is 314.50. And again, we will just repeat the process. We will add all of our answers to the row, and finally, we have completed all that we need to solve the variance. So in order to get the variance, we have the formula sigma squared is equal to summation of x minus mu squared times p of x. So basically, those are the numbers that we have last solved earlier or located in the last row. So we will just get all of those numbers and add them all up. And simply, we got the variance, which is 598.59. From this point, we can easily identify our standard deviation. We will just get the square root of the variance. So the formula in standard deviation is sigma is equal to square root of variance. So we will just get the square root of our answers earlier, which is the square root of 598.59, which is 24.37. So finally, we got the standard deviation of this equation. So I hope and pray that you've learned something today and that we became a part of your journey in learning mathematics. So I hope you knew now how to derive the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation of a situation. And of course, how to differentiate the continuous and random variable and the discrete random variable, and to solve probability distribution. Always remember that learning never stops. Thank you and God bless you.